Hey guys, Mark from BlueSea Bushcraft and Outdoors. Well, it's a gorgeous summer day here in September. I can't enter the woods here in this portion of Nova Scotia yet. It's still banned from entrance unless you're a private landowner or you're a guide, which I am not of either one of those. Anyway, big tracts of land that is. So what better to do than do a product review? I got the GardePro X66 Pro and the GardePro solar panel, the SP300. I saw these guys on a YouTube review from some guy in the States, and I was like, man, those look actually pretty good. The quality looks good. I believe they are from China. That's where it was mailed from. So I believe the parent company is out of China. But as I said, the quality looks great. I reached out to these guys, and they sent me these two to review. And hopefully we can continue our collaboration after that. I won't be able to put them in the woods until it opens, but I'll start it off with the review, and then once I get some pictures, I'll add them to the video, and then you'll see everything. And then I also have this trail camera holder. You'll see what this is for down the road. I bought that separate from this. Anyway, let's get into this. Let's break it down. All right, let's break down what's in the camera box first. The X66 Pro. Obviously, you got pamphlets. There's the instructional manual. And there's the lithium battery pack. So this doesn't take AA's, which will save you money, I guess, in some ways. But unless you have extra batteries, that'll make that a challenge. But anyway, it has a lithium battery. You get the strap to mount to the tree. You get a charging cable for the lithium pack, and it's USB-C, which is nice. So it's current. There's a nice antenna, and what's nice about that antenna is if the bears get it, which they usually do, unless you put it in a case like I do sometimes, you can replace that. And then there's the camera itself. Open this up, take a look inside. There's the battery pack, and then you have a nice screen to work off of, and the buttons are pretty tactile. Yeah. And I did take the battery out and charge it already. It took quite a while actually to charge that, surprisingly. Alright, I'll take a look at the SP300 solar panel. That also comes with a instruction manual. Now this, I've got other solar panels, but this one is like really, really thin and tiny and light. So it'd be easy to carry in the field if you had a bunch of these. Now they come with the hardware for mounting. Now, the one downfall I see with this camera with regards to this is like for permanent mounting. Hence why I had to purchase this so I could mount it to the tree and then also give it direction depending on which way the sun is so I can get the optimum amount of charging from the solar panel. So that's the only downfall about this, is that's what they give you, this permanent mounting option for the solar panel, which you're not really going to carry that into the woods. So if you do get this, you're going to have to get something to easily mount this to the tree. All right, let's put this all together. Not that it's that difficult to put together, but we'll do it anyway. There's these covers on all the lenses. That's good. They're fun to get off, though. Oh. There we go. So all the lenses are now uncovered. We'll screw the aerial on. These are like your typical aerials as you find at most of them. I have a lot of spy points and tacked cams. But I'll tell you one thing, the quality on these seemed just about the same. You can orient the aerial, that's nice. If you want to change it around, you can move it. This also has the mount on the back, let alone the strap. Typical strap just goes in like that, mounts to the tree. Cinch it down. I didn't notice this. This has an adapter for if you don't have a USB-A. You can just plug it into the USB-C and make it an adapter. It's a nice little feature. Didn't even notice that in the bag. Well, there you go. It's all set up. And I'll show you the inside now, and then we'll get into that setup. There's an app for this as well. So just a little more on the battery. It's a 700 milliamp battery. That's pretty good. It has good storage on that for power-wise. And it also has a light here, so if it's green, it's charged, and if it's red, it's not charged yet. So pretty simple. So I thought I'd just go over a couple of quick outside features. Obviously, the antenna is up here. Light sensor is right in this portion. These are infrared LEDs on either side. You have your optics lens in the middle here. This is a central passive infrared lens, and these are also side passive infrared lenses on either side. So on the bottom here, you have your port for inserting your solar panel charging, right there on the bottom. You have your quarter mount there on the bottom, and you also have a quarter mount on the back to mount it to the tree. Obviously your strap connection here. The interior is relatively simple. Just flip open the side. Obviously your battery goes in here. You have your ups and down, side to side arrows, your menu, your start over here, and your on and off button. And your SD card goes in here. You can also insert a USB in there. Alright guys, it's pretty simple to set it up. The app is this one right here, GardePro. There's two that come up on the iOS, but that is the correct one if you're having issues. I figured that one out pretty quick. So you hit the app. Now I have the X66 obviously. Hit that. Now you turn the camera on and you'll see it'll come up here. It takes a second. Alright. So we're going to allow that to scan this barcode here and hit OK on the camera. It comes up. We're going to scan that barcode. It picks it up correctly. Now, here's your plans. You got premium, standard, and then basic. It's $67.20 per year, kind of a weird number, and it's $560 per month if you're on just the basic. Now, I am just going to go build monthly for now. So let's just go basic for now. We'll subscribe. Now I'm not going to do all my billing information online, but I'll do that and I'll come back to you. So I see you get 30 days free, so I'm set up. I paid for it online here, so there's my serial number for the camera. It says it's online. Half decent service here, about half on the cellular level. 100%, 28.0 degrees Celsius, 0% used on the SD card, but I don't have the SD card in it. I'll show you that in a second. So that's where we're at the moment. And you can share these cameras as well with others. So if you got other hunting partners, etc., you can share it. Hey guys, don't skimp on SD cards. Get the good ones. Get like that, the SanDisk Extremes. I got 32 gigabytes here. That's more than enough. And then you want those parameters. All right. If you want great video and you want great pictures, get a good card. So these are pretty simple for SD card wise. You go in like this. Just pop it in as per usual. So it locks. You're good to go. Guys, I'll quickly go down the list here. I'm not going to go into this comprehensively. Like, you can turn the cellular on and off. The activation code if you're activating with the app again. Your cellular info. What mode. They have a hybrid mode, which is kind of like time-lapse and kind of a regular mode. So you get a hybrid mode in there as well. Actually, I'll show you. There's their motion detection, time-lapse, and then a hybrid. I'm just going to go motion detection. You can go photo and video. Photo quality, you can get up to the highest. It's 48 megapixels. Photo burst, you can go up to 3 pictures. I always choose about 2. Your video quality, the highest it was, let's just check. Yeah, quality. Your photo burst, I do like I said 2 pics. Video quality up to 1296, I think it is. The lowest 720p. Video length, I usually pick about 15 seconds. Actually, I don't know if I want any. I want a minute of video. Let's just check that again. Yeah, we'll just stick with that. That's good. All right. And your video sound on or off. You got your video formats, so you can go MOV or MP4. I just keep it MP4. It's simple. Detection delay. You can delay it so if you want like separation between your pictures. Passive infrared. You can make that high, medium, low. I'll try medium for now to see how that works. Play with it later. False trigger suppression. Side motion sensors, which are those two in the front, side to side. That's pretty cool to pick up motion. And then you do a motion test. Time-lapse intervals, your time-lapse period, your GPS on or off, GPS test on or okay. GPS intervals, your time zone where you live, your date and time, your date format. I always go year, month, day because that's what I use at work, so it's easiest for me. And your time format, so I always go 24 hours, and temperature, degrees Celsius here in Canada. And you got your camera name. I just named it my initials. So you can do it what you want. You can turn the info strip on and off, so you know like time and date and etc. And you can do loop recording, so it just loops over after if your card fills up. And operation hours, you can turn that on and off, and then you can password protect it in your language. You can format your CD. You can go factory reset. Advanced settings, which are kind of odd. They're passive infrared test, SIM services, custom DNS, custom MTU, modern upgrades. So not sure what those are. And you got diversion, contact us, and that's it. Pretty simple. You just use these buttons here just to toggle around and below it, and just to change things. It's pretty easy. Alright, we'll just set this thing down here and we'll set up a solar panel. Like I said, it's a nice thin solar panel. Like I said, it comes with this kit here, which like I said, I'm not going to use. It's just not functional for the hunting side of things. So I'm going to take this HME Alright, we're out. Okay. See, simple quarter here. So we can just put that into the back like that. You can take that wing nut and tighten it down so it's snug in there. And then obviously that'll screw into the tree, and then that'll allow us to angle it whatever we want. We can change the wing nut here, or we can change this one to go up and down so we can get the optimum angle of the sun and keep this baby charged in the field, so we don't have to keep changing batteries and polluting the environment with double A's. So, and this one obviously has, like I said, the rechargeable battery, so that's good, but it doesn't take double A's. So pros and cons to both. It'd be nice if it took both, if you could just take this out and put double A's in, but that's fine. As long as we keep this charged with the solar panel, we can do that. Alright guys, I did some crib notes on this, just to run down some of the main features that I noted on here that you should know, and maybe give you an informed approach on purchasing one. So the GardePro X66 Pro and the solar panel SP300, they're new for 2025. You buy one camera, it's $127 Canadian, and if you buy two, it's $252. So you save if you buy like multi-packs from them, so that's a good option. And you also, the more cameras you get and the more you add to your plan, the cellular plan, you'll save 25% on the plan. It's compared to like SpyPoint and Tacticam. SpyPoint's not too bad. Tacticam can get very expensive. So they're similar, but I think they're still going to be below the cost. But I'll let you know down the line if I get more of these cameras, and we'll see. They have a triple network, so they got Verizon, T-Mobile, and AT&T. Now here in Canada, the only one they'd be using is AT&T. So if you're in the States, your bonus there, you get the other two. So you have 3 in total. They have a real-time live check-in, on-demand HD photo and video. They do have the GPS location as well. Like I said before, it's got the 1700 mega amp rechargeable battery. It's lithium as well, so that's good. You'll save on, like I said, AA batteries, but it's unfortunate that you still can't use AA batteries, because if you're in a pinch, you need to charge it, and you don't have the solar panel, you're going to have to pull it out of the field or buy some extra batteries. So pros and cons there. It's a 4G LTE. It has HD video, has 36 infrared LEDs up to 100 feet. And like I said, the more the buy, the better the value. It has on-demand photos and free camera sharing. And the screen with inside that on the camera is 2.4 inches, so you have a pretty good viewing screen on there as well. Solar panel, the SP300 was it's $55. The max output is 3.5 watts, output voltage 6.6 volts, and the output plug size is 5.5 by 2.1 millimeters if you needed to know that. And it has the the mount or tripod base, 1/4, 1 to 20 on it, which I showed you earlier. It is waterproof, IP65. Operating temperature is from -4 to -20. That's what it says, or -20 to 60 degrees Celsius, I should say, and -4 to 104 degrees Fahrenheit. It weighs 2.55 grams, has a 12-foot cable, and its size is 6.22 by 5.28 by 0.59 inches. I'll put the links to this down below in the description for you, so there'll be links to look at these yourself. But that's kind of like just a quick rundown. That's what I kind of wrote down here. But overall, it looks like a good camera. As I said, I just picked up on these guys from another viewer from YouTube on the United States side, and they look pretty good. The quality looked good. So once this band's over, I'll get it out, and then I'll release this video, and then you'll see the video following this review here in the setup. So anyway, keep watching, guys, and we'll see what it looks like here in the end. So since we can't get in the woods, bears do roam through the yard here, and deer, so we'll set it up here for now in the yard. The solar panel probably won't pick up too well through these leaves here, the maple leaves, but let's mount it on here and see if we can capture anything in the interim before we get it in the woods. Worth a shot. So guys, I got the camera installed there in the solar panel. It won't catch maximum light or anything by any means, but it will catch a little bit of sun at times when the leaves aren't in the way, but it's worth a shot just to try that out. Now this thing doesn't have anything to sensor to show you where you're moving, etc., where you're setting it up, but what it does have is this. So you can look at yourself on this to figure out if you got the optimum viewing angle just by on the phone app. So yeah, if you're setting it up, just use this and you'll get your optimum viewing spot or angle you want, or which area you're trying to focus on, and you're good to go. So we'll leave this one here, and we'll see if we can catch any bears or deer coming through here, because they do come through the yard quite often. So let's see what we catch. And what do you pay for a plan for that? It wasn't much, and the more you get, the cheaper it is. Alright guys, take a look at this GardePro app here. So when you come into it, you'll be greeted with your pictures here. So you can see that. You have a legend up here to tell you what all the symbols mean. You can go over and filter your pictures to what you want to look at, if it's HD or
video, etc. You can refresh it, so if you got new pictures, you just refresh it. It'll update it. You can change the view to single pictures. You see there. And then back to bulk view. And you can select them and do what you want with them. Upload them, etc. Then you can go down here at the bottom, hit cameras. So I only have the one. You can go back to your gallery if you hit that right hand symbol. Takes you back. And then that's where you can go live as well here in the bottom left, you see. If I hit that, I can actually look at video right now live on that camera, which is great for checking to see if anything's at your bait or at the location or in the field or anywhere around. So when you arrive, you could set up effectively to harvest that animal. And then here is the status of that camera, obviously the signal, the battery percentage, how much of the SD card is used, when it last checked in. And what's great too is it tells you the camera location, so if you forget, you can find it. And I love that because back in the day when they didn't have that feature on a lot of cameras, sometimes you forget, where did I leave that? And they both have the degree Celsius and degree Fahrenheit temperature, which is nice if you're American or Canadian. What model it is or the product name. And you also have the camera version, so if you're looking at the firmware, etc. And then there's a modem ID on there as well. Now you go into your settings. I just named my initials. You can put your password in for that. Cellular, you can turn it on and off. Photo quality, as I showed you before, that I put it to max, 960 by 540. Motion detection, you can do it as time lapse or a motion detection. Obviously your language. And you can do photo or video or both. I just do both. I put the max quality for the photo for 48 megapixels. The 2-picture photo burst I find is good. You can go up to 3. Then video quality, I put the max 1296p. Video length I like 15 seconds. That's what I put it on. The video length 10 seconds at night, a little less. Because the quality at nighttime I notice isn't the greatest, but that's like any camera. I don't find any of these cameras do great nighttime. You can put the video volume high, video format MP4. I like that because it's can be used with most devices and stuff to look at it over MOV. Detection delay an hour. I had it on an hour because it was getting some false positives, so I'll put that back to 0. Trigger suppression, I had it on high because it was setting it off, so you can just change that to if you're getting false positives or not, or false triggers, you can adjust that. The side motion sensors, as you saw when I did the video, there's 2 that kind of point off at angles, so you'd catch more animals coming in before it gets to the front of the camera, so you might get some better photos that way. Loop recorders, if you wanted to just eventually, if the card fills up, it just loops around. That's not a bad feature, but if you're checking it often, I just leave that off anyway. And operation hours, you can set it to certain times if you only wanted it to come off at certain times. If you're just trying to target in a certain time, you could set that up for that. And GPS interval every day, I just leave it at that. Info strip, I put that on so I can keep track of the date and time and where it was. Your date format, time format, I use 24. Time zone, whatever you live at, and then temperature. I'm Canadian, so I just switch it to degrees Celsius and go back to the gallery. That's everything on that camera. And obviously, when you look at each individual camera you have, you can just look at your stats here. Shows it's pretty good. So, and then you can do shared too as well. I don't have any cameras shared yet, but you can share cameras with buddies. The plans, I just have these 2 right now. I did an additional plan there. And they're not that bad, as I explained earlier. So, over Tacticam and Spy Point. So, it's close. I think they're just slightly less. We'll see in time as I get more. And then, like I said, map. That's me, but where I'm at right now. But the cameras, you can find it on there as well. And then if you go up to me, as I call it, this is all your login and stuff like that, and your payment methods, orders, stuff like that, messages you receive. It's all your typical information. There you go. So guys, what are my final thoughts on this GardePro X66 Pro cellular camera and SB300 solar panel? I think bang for your buck, these are great. The quality seems there in the product. I like how it felt in the hand, and when you put it on the tree, it felt solid. It's competitive with the other brand names out there. I think the price is right. The plans are competitive as well, if not slightly lower than most of the major brands that are out there in the field right now. But I really liked it. The quality of the pictures was great. And the battery stays charged. That little solar panel has been amazing. It hasn't dropped below 100 yet. And there's days when there's been no sun out, just cloud cover, and it still stayed charged. So I highly recommend that. Cons, the nighttime pictures aren't as great, but I find any cellular camera company that the nighttime pictures are never that great. But besides that, the daytime is amazing. The audio is amazing. It picks up everything, and the sound is crisp and clear. What other downs would I say about this camera? Oh, it was the mount for the solar panel. They had like a permanent mount, so I had, as you saw in the video, I had to purchase that quarter mount to screw it onto the tree to use it. Not a big deal, but it'd be nice if they're having a trail camera for hunting. That is, they should include something to mount the solar panel to the tree. Besides that, it's a great camera. I think it's awesome. Got great features. The app is pretty easy to run, and it's intuitive. So I see no issue with that. I also have some affiliate links. They're in the bottom of the description, the bio. So use that. I'll get a little kickback, but it gives you a break on the price, and you can make a purchase for yourself.
Hey guys, standing beside my Northern Spy apple tree here. Didn't do as well this year. It's pretty dry this year, so drought conditions pretty much. So it's not as much on it. Anyway, I hope you like this one. I hope it helped you make a purchase on this if you want one of these. Any questions, let me know in the comments, and I'll see if I can address them for you. I always say, BlueSea out, live off the land.